Okay, good morning, welcome back to Upload TV and thanks for joining the average golfer back up at Clark's Golf Centre for some more product testing. It's this one, that's the Ping G400 iron. You'll have seen there's a whole range from Ping. This G400 range just been released in the last few days. I'm not sure it's available in the shops as yet, but we managed to get our hands on the iron to start with, and hopefully some of the drivers and fairway woods and all the rest of it, crossover irons, will come in the next few days. But let's get started with this Ping G400 iron. Bit of a leap in the numbers, gone from G30 up to G400 like we did a couple of days ago on the Epic Hybrid. I'm not going to reel off some tech specs for you, but here's a quick look for you. See what you think, read through it. If I play it too quickly, hit the pause button, or maybe have a flick back at this a bit later on. But here's the tech spec. So for me, the interesting part there was this face flexing technology. Again, we're all about getting that ball launched higher and spinning higher. All the things that we're looking for from an iron. So launch it high, stop it on those greens, and we'll see. It's one of the things, it's a game improver iron, don't forget. It's one of the things that is often criticised of this range, is that yes, they're starting to strengthen the lofts, and that's something we'll mention now. So 30 degrees in this Ping 7 iron. So again, that's right up there with what the Ping Epic, again, standard Epic was at 30. So again, very strongly lofted. Criticisms in the past has been that yes, they're travelling further, they're launching higher, but they're still not spinning sufficiently enough for the better players. But we'll see. It's a game improver iron, but I'll be interested to see what kind of spin numbers are produced, because Ping are claiming tour level distance with stopping power and forgiveness. That sounds perfect to me. Let's see if it rings true and move the camera, start hitting some golf balls. Okay, right, we're good to go. Let's see how this golf club performs, and let's start with, first of all, before we start hitting some golf balls, let's tell you about how it looks in the eye, from my eye at least anyway. Very much carries on in the same vein as the G30, so this cutout cavity back, again with the same sort of styling in the back with these rubber inserts, or at least that's what they appear to be, rubber disc. Visually, I'm never too keen on the kind of the rubber elements that are in the club head. I don't like the look of that, but overall I think it's a very, very neat game improver iron. And I say that, yes, it's got the thicker sole unit, yes, it's got the slightly thicker top line, but at address, it's a very, very compact club for this style of, like I said, what we always term this game improver. It's again got this sort of satin finish, which again was prevalent in the i200 and the iBlade, which again I think is a really classy finish. But biggest thing for me, like I said, is at address is a very compact head for a game improver style club. Like I mentioned in the intro, 30 degrees worth of loft, so again this seems to be the line in which these manufacturers are taking now, where the lofts are getting stronger. So a standard 7 iron in the game improver set is going to be around the 30 degree mark, and I think that's something that will happen in all the clubs going forward, and something you'll have to sort of accept and get your head round. But obviously they've been able to increase the launch angle even though they de-loft in the club. Let's get in some golf balls and see how this one fares. Right, so there's a few balls with the steel shaft. I'm just going to switch over now to this graphite shaft, and it's a few balls, and just see what my opinions are on using that. Never really hit a graphite shaft in an iron. Okay, shots are in the bag, 10 of them we've got there with 2 different shaft types in. I'm just looking down at my phone, so I'm going to get some data up here and we'll have a little bit of a chat about that. But before I do that, let's talk about the feel of this golf club and how I think it performed personally before we sort of analyse numbers, because ultimately it's always nice to have a positive view on the club irrelevant to what the numbers say. And the report back is very positive indeed. I think this is a great indicator of where clubs are going at the moment, and certainly the game improver market has improved significantly over the last couple of years. Where you would be thinking, when the word game improver was mentioned, I'd be thinking of a big cumbersome, bulbous looking club, not great feel, great differences in sort of the dispersion numbers in strike, thick top lines, all those kind of things, and this has changed massively, and I've seen that in the last few weeks, in particular with the Epic irons, and again now with this G400. Much more compact, like I said, decent feel out this club, and it really makes you question, for a player certainly like me anyway, an 8 handicap golfer, is where things are going, because I'm currently using an MP5 iron, and I've got to admit, these kind of clubs are throwing massive question marks at the moment to me of what I should be using, because this is so much easier to hit. 30 degree, yes, but the launch is, I love the ball flight on these things, and the spin number for me is acceptable. Let's just have a look. I'll throw these numbers up for you now. First 6 shots were hit with a steel shaft, by the way, so this is an interesting point we'll get to as well. So club head speed sort of averaged out about 84 mile an hour. Launching again around the sort of, I don't know, averages, I've not been able to pull them up, but around 19 I would suggest. Spin number again, highest being 5.4 or 5.7 actually. The first 2 were low, but again turned over slightly. And carry distance averaging out around the sort of 170 mark, stopping into the sort of those early 180s. Then I changed over to the graphite shaft for shots 7 through to 10, and this where it got very interesting for me on a personal level. Managed to get the club head speed up quite considerably, and 3 shots at 87, 1 at 86, and again ball speed increased and ultimately led to longer distances. So 3 balls, almost identical carries, 176, 176, 175, and the final one 177. Almost, I would say, maybe 5-8 yards longer with that extra club head and ball speed, and the spin number really stabilised around that sort of 5,000 mark. And for me, like I said, just on that spin, there's always a criticism of these clubs that they don't spin enough. Well, for me personally, 5,000 spin on a 7-iron, I'm more than happy to take that, to be honest with you. If I can get that ball up and out there, as easy it is to hit these kind of things, then they get a massive thumbs up from me. And I've got to say, the Ping G400, this is the first club out of the range that I've personally tried, and now I can't wait to try the rest, because for me, massive thumbs up. And like I said earlier, does throw some question marks over the clubs I'm currently using. Anyway, as ever, that's just the opinion of the average golfer. Get out there yourself. I'm more than interested in comments down below for people who have tried these clubs. I want feedback from you, because ultimately, like I said, this is just one opinion. The more people that go out and try these things and comment down below, I think gives a fairer assessment, and see if you agree or disagree. Like I said, I'd love to hear from people in the comment section. Anyway, This one gets a thumbs up from me. Let's hope the video got a thumbs up from you, and if you do, click that like button. It's a massive help to us if you click the like. And also, if you don't subscribe, then please do so. And as ever, thanks for watching The Average Golfer, and I will see you very, very soon with the remainder of this G400 range.